Good day everyone and welcome to a special edition of Space Engineers. My name is Aubi-Nation and here I am going to take you on a tour of the latest build that I've created. For those of you who are familiar with the Freelancer series, this is the Liberty Cruiser. Liberty Cruiser is a front mass cannon gun, or some sort of relay weapon that shoots out a pulse in the way. So in order to do that, I basically mimicked it, made it look like it's going to do that, and then hidden a gauze cannon and something else that is here. What is this again? This is the 1000mm fixed artillery lance. So the lance is pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, so this is just a quick little tour of everything. I am severely under budget. This thing is supposed to be at around 4,200 for a cruiser, because this is inevitably a cruiser in the game, Freelancer. Unfortunately for me, and I'll show you what count I was able to get here. I'm about 2,000 short. So this is going to change. This is basically going to, I'm going to cut this up. I'm probably going to slice it because it is a very narrow ship. I knew it's a narrow in the origin, but I might just take it and take this center block and expand it by one on either side. So it'll be a 3 interior with the bevel on the side. So that might make it look a little better. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you guys around what happens. Now, how do you get in here? Now, I've been flying around here and I haven't seen any sort of entryway or airlock or anything. It looks like there's potentially something here, but unfortunately it's not even in there. So no, the actual entryway is way back here, hidden in the wings. So this is, I thought was a really cool idea. Just kind of throw the airlock in here. There's actually quite a few airlocks in here. Yes, I did turn right. This is forward and this is up, if you didn't understand. So I did go up quite a bit. Starts off with an armory, so you can kind of get whatever you need to grab in a moment's notice and repel boarders, go out and do your spacewalks or whatever. And let's move on forward. So moving forward, we find ourselves in a barracks. So there's those are the windows, and they're actually a pretty decent durability. So I got that on both sides. I got a half block in separating that. And moving over to the common area, we've got ourselves a bar, a little cafe, stool, a shower facility, and I think I took out the bathroom. Well, I can probably put it back in there, but it just kind of gives it some things. I've labeled everything so that we know where we're going. So as you can see here, lower quarters bridge, engineering is up ahead, whereas we've got the rear exit and the aft quarters over there. So anyways, like a lot of things. We've got the more quarters on this side and the same on here. So it gives it a little bit of a homely sort of feel. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot to think about. Engineering is down here, so let's take a quick look down here. There's not much in here. This is the warfare reactor, so that's actually looks really, really cool. And oh, I got an extra block in here. I wonder if I can make no matter. There we go, and it has been added. So we got an extra block. Yeah, and so this is sort of like the reactor room, and you've got our a bunch of stuff in here. We've got the jump drives and stuff lined up through at the back. There's 4 of them in a line here, and if I were to remove them, actually I can remove them right now. You can see that there's a lot of empty space back here, but those are all jump drives, and that was the area that you were all sitting on top of there. So that's kind of a fun little thing. Let's get above those jump drives now. I don't actually climb ladders, I always fly them. We've got another 90-degree turn. We're heading forward again. This area I'm not sure what to do with. Might just fill it up. It is a connector for a lot of the conveyors. But this is the start right here of the heavy block, and this is kind of like the important stuff. So we've got underneath us here. You've got a large reactor. You've got the oxygen. You've got the beacon. You've got the gyro. The generator, and then you've got our hydrogen tank, and I believe this goes underneath it all and goes to the front cannon. So we are now underneath in the bottom jaw, if you will. And yeah, so we can take a look here, and I'll show you where we are. we are just in the bottom jaw of the ship, so that's kind of neat. There is no actual exit out of here normally. I just wanted to show you where we are. With a conveyor going, another airlock, lots of airlocks here, all the way to the front lance. So this is the bottom lance here. So I don't know if this is necessary, but it does give it an appeal. You can kind of check on the status. Maybe I'll make this into like the CIC area or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Heading back. And things are kind of sideways because I can't keep everything central because that's where a lot of the conveyors are. So I can't do that quite yet. Before we go up to the bridge, I will go forward here. Another sort of common area. Not sure what to do with this. These are useless blocks here, and it's very dark and unlit. But this is the upper weapon bay. So we got the upper weapon bay. So this is the actual lance. Not the lance, the railgun. So there you have it. That's the internals of the ship, minus the actual bridge itself. And then we've got the indicators there for hydrogen if you need it. So again, lots of vertical in this particular ship. And let's head on over here. So I'm probably going to have to redo these. I just kind of put those there. They're not official windows. But yeah, this is... pretty much it. And you'd never know that there are that many corridors in here, and actually the size is deceiving. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to play with, and I love the railgun. The railgun makes it interesting, and the maneuverability is obviously pretty good. And in terms of like acceleration, we're talking a ridiculous speed. So if I tap even forward, we're going 100 immediately. Now it is a bit slower to reset because we've got the thrusters there. I could probably add a few more just in the front there, especially if I'm going to make it bigger. It's got a few good ones in the bottom. That just looks really cool when it's like emanating from behind the ribs there. I just like the look there. And then obviously we've got some thrusters at the back. So yeah, that is the Liberty Cruiser. Looks interesting. It was an interesting build to do, and hopefully the gyro is just ridiculous. Hopefully this is a ship that maybe you would like to fly. I can put this on the Steam page if anybody requests it, and I could probably throw it up there in regular colors. I'm not going to put it in the colors for the server. And I'm actually going to make a larger variant of this. Another thing somebody had mentioned is that maybe we could increase the amount of blocks. What are we at right now? We are at something like 24, and I think at 25 or so, I can make this into a destroyer. I just have to change the weapons and such. So that would be an interesting thing. Now, unfortunately, the only exit for this thing is way at the back. So anyways, if you like what you saw, or if you want to see the next step, make sure you subscribe so that you can get the notification for when I make the next iteration, the Mark II. But for now, this is the Liberty Cruiser, the Railgun Edition. So hopefully you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.